Y'all already know Jayo stole sports. My boy Jay Lynch is here. This is NFL edition, second season. You
Yeah,
already know, man. What's happening?
back in like we never left, man. I had to come back. I have a lot of questions for you. And last year, we went down to the wire. I think we had a lot of right predictions.
Sure.
Some things we were off on, but I think we're ready for this season for sure.
Yeah, let's get it started. Let's get it started right away. NFC East, the best receiver last year
Hmm.
got paid. CeeDee Lamb, well
Yeah,
deserved. It's America's team. So we have to start the episode talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry World,
yeah.
the guy they have at the quarterback position. Dak Prescott did not get extended. Do you think he will be the quarterback coming next season?
Yeah, I think he will be. And I've heard, I think listening to some podcasts or reading through some articles, is he's ignoring all the media, which is easier said than done, trying to block out all the noise, trying to lock in on the potential of getting that playoff win, which they can't seem to do. They can get to the playoffs, but they can't get over the hump. I think Dak and CD Lamb, that connection will still be thriving this year, and CD will still got his bag. That's situated. And as long as Dak can get on the ball, that offense will be one of the best in the NFL. But again, I do think they aren't the best team in that division. Uh, we see an Eagles team that made a lot of moves in the offseason. So I do like Dallas to still have a good season. I think Dak will do what he usually does in the regular season. I like him for over 4,000 passing yards when you have a guy like CD, when he's
Ooh,
going to get at least 1250 of that. You know what I mean? It's
ooh.
easy.
Mhm.
So that's my outlook on the Cowboys for sure.
I want to talk about the Commanders. Do you see them doing what the Texans did last year, catching the league by storm? They have new head coach, Dan Quinn, new star rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels. Do you see them sneaking into the playoffs?
Mm,
Because this is probably the weaker conference, so it
yeah.
definitely is possible. But like, where's your head at when it comes to the Washington Commanders?
I think they're a year away. I think this will be a definitely. They got their quarterback in the draft. I like Jaden Daniels for Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's
What?
a big statement. I'm making these statements, man. We're here, season
Over
two. Come on,
Marvin?
man.
Over Caleb?
You hearing me first. You hear it heard first, right? All right.
Yeah,
Just know,
yeah,
J
yeah.
Stowe Sports.
Okay.
Um, so I like Jaden Daniels. I think he'll have a good year, but he'll struggle. You'll see some up and down moments. I don't think they have the greatest offensive line. I know they tried to address it in the offseason, but I feel like they struggled, right? Last year, Sam Howell, he had the most sack. He was not most sack quarterback, and he had almost a lot of interceptions. New coach, new quarterback. Like, I understand those changes, but it doesn't change like that overnight. So I think with the Commanders, I feel like they'll make some thrives. They'll make some leaps this season.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels will have some flashes. Like, he does have some weapons out there, but I just don't think it's enough. I think he needs a bit more. Build up that offensive line, get some more protection because he is brittle. So if he can end up like Trey Lance, then there goes my offensive
Yeah,
rookie of the
bro.
year.
Yeah, I hear what people are saying, but like he's doing that in the SEC. Does that not mean anything? I know
Yeah,
NFL is
yeah.
faster. I know these guys are like they're vets, but he
Mhm.
proved he could do it in the toughest conference in college.
Yeah.
So why do people always gotta go that route, man?
Yeah, I know. Again, it's something that we have to always look at,
Yeah.
looking at his structure, looking at his frame. Pause. But the thing is, like, man, it's the NFL is different. The NFL is a different beast. So
Yeah.
all that dancing around is nice and all, but one big hit from man out there on the Eagles, and
Yeah,
that
so
could be it.
yeah, no, no, that's facts. Jaden Daniels, he's on my fantasy team, so I'm hoping for big things.
100%,
So
man.
we'll see what this guy does.
I
Let's
got him locked in, offensive rookie of the year, so I need that help for sure. Come
Hey,
on.
y'all listen to Jay Lynch for real. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely revisit this. Let's go over to the NFC North. Okay, this team, the Detroit Lions, they made it
Mhm.
all the way to the NFC Championship. and they
Yeah.
had the lead in that game. Do you feel like they can make a Super Bowl run, or do you feel like Dan Campbell, his decision making is gonna like forever hold this team back?
That is a good question. I feel like Dan Campbell definitely could be the reason why
Mm.
they don't take it to the next level and make that Super Bowl run. But I feel like the talent on this roster, it's hard to deny them. I'm gonna go out there on a limb again, but I like the Lions to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I
and
like the Lions out the NFC. I know there's teams like the Eagles, the Niners are always going to be there. They just brought back Ayuk, so they're cleaning up a few things over there. But I know they have more issues. But this Lions team, they're healthy, they're hungry, they're almost there. Just unfortunate, some unlucky bounces,
yeah,
and they didn't end up in the Super Bowl last year. So again, I like the Lions. I think if Goff could just do what he has to do, keep the interceptions down, and just hand the ball off and hit Laporta, hit
yeah,
St. Brown,
yeah,
it's easy work.
yeah. It's actually crazy that you said that because I have a team going to the Super Bowl from the same division. I think the Packers can.
Oh, here we
They
go.
just paid Love. Matt
Yeah,
LaFleur has only been winning like 12 plus games since he's been a coach there. They have a trio of receivers, Watson, Dobbs, Reed. They just got Josh Jacobs, and he's saying he's ready, like he wants the grind. He's down for it. Obviously, former
yeah,
Alabama guy, one of my guys. They
yeah,
have, if you have to pick like a corner that has kind of like contained, slowed down Jetas before, it's
yeah.
Jair Alexander. So they have a shutdown corner. They have the offense. I think they could make it, man. They obviously have like their linebackers. Sometimes they make some questionable decisions. I
Yeah.
remember Quay Walker used to like just make all these fugazi moves, just like unnecessary roughness for no reason, and it'll just take the morale of the team down. But I think this is the year for the Packers, the Cheeseheads. I think
Hmm.
they're gonna go this year, man. They got the talent. They're young. You seen what they did? Walked up into Dallas last
Yeah.
year. So they've proven it. They went
Yeah.
neck for neck. They
And they
went
should have beat the Niners.
the
Yeah.
Niners. I was just gonna
Yeah.
say the Niners. They're
Just
right there
missed
with
the
the
kick.
Niners. They're
Yeah.
literally right there with the Niners. Obviously, ill-advised throw by Jordan Love,
Yeah.
but he's gonna fix that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's trained behind Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Guys won 4 MVPs. I got the Packers, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Honestly, I don't like that. I mean, sorry, I like that because especially the odds. The odds are going to be great for that one too, right? Because I feel like everyone's going to name the Niners, the Lions, the
And
Eagles, even Dallas before they even get to the Packers. And
yeah,
I think we got it backwards where a team like the Packers who destroyed Dallas, had Niners a field goal
obliterated.
away, and then who knows what happens with the Packers and the Lions, right? That's a
Yeah,
divisional game.
yeah,
Anything can happen. It can go either way. So
yeah.
I like that. I like that prediction, man. And when we go back on this one, I think this one we're gonna have to clip this one up.
Yeah, that's big facts. That's big facts. All right, let's head over to a division you know fairly well, the NFC
Unfortunately,
South.
yeah.
The NFC South, you know them very well. No more can't guard Mike on your team,
No, I don't know
but
where he is.
the the Super
Well, you
Bowl
can't guard him if he's not there.
the Super Bowl is in New
New
Orleans.
Orleans, baby. Yeah.
In New Orleans, man. I'm not even gonna go that far and mention any Super Bowl for y'all because we know that ain't happening. But can y'all win the division though?
Oof. Who's our coach by
You
week 7?
you still have DA. Oh,
Yeah.
you think DA will be gone by that time, huh?
Who is our coach by week 7? And I'll give you a better answer. If DA is still there
Yeah,
after week 7,
yeah.
then no chance. But
Mm-hmm.
if DA is gone and we could bring in Belichick, get him off the broadcast, get him in there,
He needs
Nola,
to get off the broadcast, bro.
sky's the limit. That's all I'm gonna say. The sky's the limit. But yeah, with DA there, DA, Dennis Allen, and DC, that's not a
Yeah.
combination that's gonna take us anywhere. So I don't like the outlook for the Saints this year. I like under win total. I like um possibly last in the division.
Sheesh.
Last in the division, possibly. If
You,
Panthers get
you,
better,
I was about to say that. You can't forget about the Panthers.
but I know week 1 we'll find out. Right? We take that week 1 L to the Panthers at home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sound that crazy anymore, right?
Yeah, no, it
So
doesn't. Well, I hope y'all get the Panthers because
yeah,
yeah.
man, we'll be down bad together. You know what I mean? The Pats and the Saints. You
Okay, that's where we're
know.
going now. Well, we're not talking about AFC yet,
Yeah,
bro.
we'll get there. We'll get there though. Yeah, yeah.
Cool it,
Second,
cool it.
second.
I want to talk about the Atlanta Falcons. So, what were your thoughts when they drafted Michael Penix because they just got Kirk Cousins in
Mhm.
the offseason? Is that a smart move? Because like, what is that gonna do to your starting quarterback? Like, you already know
Yeah.
what. Like, I don't know if people watch quarterback, but like, this guy is very much like in his head. And
Mhm.
he has a psychologist and things like that. Like, what were your thoughts on that? That was just an odd move.
Yeah, I think it was very odd, but I think it was like a marketing play. I
Mm.
think they looked at a left-handed quarterback, Michael Vick, was he what, number 8? That same type of style, you know. I know he's not as
He's
mobile,
not as mobile, no
but
way.
that's for sure. But like that
Yeah,
left-handed quarterback, black quarterback in
yeah.
Atlanta, they're trying to bring back the vibes. So I see it
Mm,
like that as like a future outlook.
okay.
And then again, in this league, you need a backup quarterback, right? That could step in and deliver.
Yeah.
We see quarterbacks go down every year, and when they don't have someone to step in and take on that role, then it leads to that team going south instead of going north. So the thing is, I feel like the move was something to protect them now and
Mm,
in the future. So again, a lot of hype around this team. They could have definitely looked at
not a
addressing
hype.
somewhere else with a top
Mm,
10 pick. They took the risk with the quarterback, but hopefully it pans out for them. I'm anti-Atlanta, of course, being a Saints fan, but
yeah, yeah.
they have a lot of hype. But you hear it here first. Atlanta won't make the playoffs.
Atlanta won't.
Atlanta will not make the
Will
playoffs.
not make the playoffs. Atlanta, and
Yes.
they just got our best player, Judon. Bijan's gonna be even better.
Yep.
Kyle Pitts is definitely gonna break out with Kirk Cousins throwing him the ball because they have a
Mhm.
legit quarterback now, not a DoorDash driver in Desmond Ritter. You have them not making the playoffs.
Yeah, you heard it here first, man. I just don't think they can take that leap yet. I know this is a young team. They have a lot of talent. Kirk Cousins, a lot of hype. But you know when teams like this get all this hype and they
Yeah,
can't live up to the expectations, this is
yeah.
the Atlanta Falcons for you. Just
I
like
was.
the Super Bowl comeback. You know, a lot of hype. They thought they had it in their bag, just like they
Yeah,
think they have the division in the bag. And
yeah.
here comes Tampa Bay. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. No, no, I hear what you're saying. And new coach too, Raheem Morris, legit defensive coach. And you still
Yeah.
say no, I'm asking one more time. You still say they're not making the playoffs.
No playoffs for the Atlanta Falcons. Clip it up.
All
Clip
right,
it up.
we there. All
We're
right,
here for hot takes, man. We're not just here to give
yeah,
the
yeah, no,
vanilla, you
no,
know?
yeah.
We need hot takes.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that. And again, you could have said the same thing about the Jets last year. They had the roster, right? And
100%.
anything could happen. Anything could happen. Rodgers goes
100%.
down. They don't make the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. Let's go to the NFC West. I just want to know, man. You're a better man. We all love sports.
Yeah.
Why does Vegas always favor the Niners to win the Super Bowl? It's mad annoying.
You got to look at the history, right? Right? You look at Dallas, you look at the Niners, Steelers, those types of historic franchise. They're just a popular team, you know? They
Yeah.
know people are going to, they have a huge fan base. A lot of people want to bet on the Niners and support the Niners. And you look at the team, right? Like again, they have that same roster, but they have a lot of issues when it comes to Trent Williams, his contract
Mm, mm.
issues.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
did sign Brandon Ayuk,
yeah.
Debo. I think Debo's on decline. I don't know how much longer
Crazy.
he has in his arsenal, especially watching receivers, and he was
Yeah,
always hurt,
taking
right?
licks. Yup.
Taking licks and always getting hurt and always having to sit out plays. So
Yeah,
CMC, you don't know how much longer he could do this, being the bell cow back, you know. He had an amazing season last year. Can he back it up again? Like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
who knows. And then the biggest question mark of them all, Brock Purdy going into the contract year. All right, we've had
yeah.
this debate, we've had discussions about Brock Purdy countless times. So can he do it again and prove us wrong? Who
And it's
knows?
the biggest games with him, right? Because you remember Christmas Day,
Yep.
stunk it up. The Super
Mm-hmm.
Bowl couldn't go throw for throw Mahomes.
Yep.
So it's like yes, we know the Niners are gonna make the playoffs, but can he show up in the games where they need him when the
Right.
defense is not firing? Can he save the team?
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. One thing about this division, I just always think receivers, receivers, receivers.
Yeah.
Like the guys on Seahawks,
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison,
Yeah.
the guys
Puka.
on 49ers,
Yeah.
Kuka,
Yeah. Cooper
Cooper Cup.
Cup. Can't
Who
forget.
I need to hear your top three. Who are your top three receivers in this division?
And
NFC
then,
West.
that's a good question. Top three receivers in this division.
Yeah.
Uh, I'd have to go. I think I have to
And
get.
the thing is in no order, man. In no order.
I think I have to put Cooper Cup up there, even though he's on the decline. I have to put him up there.
Oh, definitely. You have to
Um,
respect what he's done in this game.
I think I might have to put DK in there as well. I
DK
had to
is
put
definitely
DK.
there.
I had to put DK in there.
I'm
The third
interested with
one.
this last one.
The third one is interesting, right? The third one is interesting because I know who you want me to say, but he has nothing to
I'm
prove.
wearing
He
the colors
hasn't
right
proved anything
now.
yet.
I'm
He
wearing the
has
colors right now.
he hasn't proved anything yet, so it's hard for me to put him there.
You already
But
know.
really and truly, before even stepping on the field, we might
Hmm.
have to put Marvin Harrison as that number
You
three
have
spot,
to.
man. We might have to.
This guy is a beast, man.
All respect to BA. Like
Yeah,
I was thinking BA, Lockett
yeah.
has been doing this for so long as well.
Mhm.
And Puka, of course, he had this season last year, but I
Yeah,
can't give him that crown. But can
no.
I give Marvin Harrison? But again, hindsight, I can. In hindsight, I can, because I know that he's gonna be out there cooking. Watch week one against the Bills. A touchdown. Anytime
Oh,
touchdown, write it
easily.
down.
Easily. Easily. I'm hurt he's not on my fantasy team, but it is what it is. Life goes on. All right. Since we're talking about receiver, this guy, Megatron,
Hmm.
his single season receiving yards record almost got broke by Tyreek, but Tyreek fell off at the end of last season, breeding too much things. Do you think anyone could break it this year?
I, I like CD Lamb.
But
I
he didn't
do.
really have an off season like that.
I know. I know.
And not that he needs one, but like, can you see him doing it?
The thing is, when you look at the Dallas offense,
Mhm.
it's similar to last year. Every time the ball's going to CD, and they just couldn't
Zeke's
stop
back.
him. Yeah, yeah, Zeke's back, whatever that means. You know what I mean? He's back in the 15, Ohio State number, whatever that
Mhm.
means. But hey, I just, yeah, it'd have to be CD. I think Jetta's again, like he has
Oh,
Sam Darnold.
it's tough.
Sam Darnold, who knows what he can do there?
Tough.
Jordan Addison is probably might miss some time if he
Yeah,
gets suspended, and
yeah,
then that means they're gonna triple team Jettas, right? So it'll be very difficult. Like they're gonna try to force field him, but I feel like Sam Darnold's gonna be not good enough to deliver and put up those type of numbers, right? Because if someone's breaking the record, the quarterback has to be delivering the ball,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
do we look at the Lions and look at Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Okay,
Because
okay.
he's hungry. We watched
Yeah.
Receivers
Oh, yeah.
Netflix documentary. We heard him on his podcast with his brother and his dad, and he's a ambitious guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Um, and I think he's the number one in that offense. I know they like to run the ball, so that's why it could be difficult from that standpoint.
Yeah, two
Um,
guys.
and he's more of an underneath receiver. He's not so
He's not
much
gonna
a
run
guy
so
that
much
takes
goals.
yeah, someone goes and takes it over the top. He likes to catch it and get that yak. So I would like to say CD or Amon-Ra St. Brown to be my best bets, but it's hard. If anything, if we're talking when we talk about AFC, I like Jettas. I mean, I like
Mhm.
Cheetah all day, every day.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? He's always occupied.
He's always occupied, and then I always look at it like that last half of the season when it gets cold,
Mm-hmm.
Tua loses that touch.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? The ball's
yeah,
not going as far. So
100%.
that's why it's like, yes, I could see Hill doing it. And then I think about the last 3 weeks of the season. So I don't know if that will get broken just yet.
Yeah,
But again, I told you who I think is coming into this league and who's gonna tear it apart.
yeah,
So I can see
You're crazy.
Marvin doing it in the future, not this year, not this year,
Okay.
not this year. I could see him doing it in the future.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm gonna say.
All
That's
right,
all
man.
I'm gonna say.
I have a question for you to end
Hmm.
off. We're gonna wrap up the NFC. A team that did not make the playoffs in the NFC last year.
Yeah.
Do you see any team that didn't make it last year that has the possibility of making the NFC playoffs this year?
Ooh.
So we're
Um.
looking at possibly the Bears, I believe, the
Yeah.
Seahawks, possibly,
Uh, so
the Falcons.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm really high. And I'll ask you this question when I'm done giving out this answer. I'm
Uh,
really high on the Bears. So they
mm,
have defensive coach in Eberflus.
yeah,
And to end the season, they're looking good. Defensively, they're looking
yeah,
good. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Johnson at corner, Tremaine Edmonds in the
yeah.
linebacker
They have
position.
Montez Sweat as well, right?
Montez Sweat
Yeah,
rushing the quarterback like a maniac.
yeah,
This guy, Caleb Williams, man, he's been ready for the NFL. A lot of people could say, oh, last year wasn't his best year. But when these guys know they're going number one,
yeah,
when they know they have to stay another year because of the NFL rule, it's like he already proved what he can do when he was at Oklahoma. And then when he came to USC, he even showed you again. So last year, yes, it was a down year for him, but we already knew what he brings to the table. And you give him three
mm-hmm,
studs at receiver.
yeah,
Rome Odunze, DJ Moore just got paid. Keenan Allen just had his best season. So I think the Bears can make the playoffs. And you've seen the flashes. He reminds us all. And this is before those preseason highlights. This is in college.
yeah,
He reminds us all of Mahomes.
yeah,
So he has that it factor. And this is what Chicago has needed. They've never had a franchise quarterback. They've never had a quarterback that's thrown over 4,000 yards. I think the Bears are in a tough division, yes, but I do think they can bang with I do think they could bang and get into a wild card position. And then once that happens, anything can happen, right? So
yeah,
the Bears are the team I think that can make the playoffs that didn't last year.
yeah. I like that answer for sure. And I think for me, Seahawks didn't make the playoffs last year, did they?
Not that I know of. No, I don't think so. No, no, no.
Yeah, I think I really like Seahawks. They have a new McDaniels as their coach, their new
Yeah,
head coach. They have
from Ravens.
Yeah, they have those funky defensive schemes. I like their first round pick, Byron Murphy. On the inside, I think he'll cause havoc, and I think they have good corners.
Mhm.
So I think they'll be schemed up well. Now it all depends on Geno Smith. Can he have another year like last year? It was a decent year, but
Yeah,
he's had the resurgence. He's back now as a number one quarterback in the
yeah,
NFL.
yeah,
So I like the Seahawks. I like the Seahawks. They have receivers. They have a running back.
yeah.
They have a lot. They have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, yeah. So I just spoke about a trio of receivers who I think is the best in the NFL.
Mm,
Yes, I know how you feel about guys that haven't stepped a foot on the field in an actual NFL game. Adunze hasn't,
yeah,
but we seen what he did with Penix. He's a stud. I think the Bears have the best trio of receivers in the NFL. Obviously, you just named a team that has a trio of receivers that are dogs also with the
yeah.
Seahawks, with DK, Lockett, and JSN. But who has the best trio of receivers in the league to you?
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
Yeah.
AJ Devontae.
AJ Brown, Devontae, and Jahan Dotson. Don't forget about the trade late this offseason. Jahan
Dotson.
Dotson from the Washington to the
Yeah, Commanders.
Commanders. Yeah, I believe he could be a sleeper in that offense because now he was a receiver too, I would like to say, in Washington. Now
Yeah,
he comes to the Eagles. They're double teaming AJ Brown. They have to double team Devontae Smith. They have Dallas Goddard as well.
yeah.
Now Jahan Johnson's just running deep balls, just deep, over the top, and
All
just needs
right.
to catch it, and that's it. But
Okay.
when you're looking at AJ Brown and
Mhm.
Devontae Smith, two debatable number ones,
Yeah, yeah.
I think you just add a Jahan Dotson in there. That's a tough trio. But again, the Bears have two proven guys, DJ Moore and Keenan Allen,
Proven.
right? Uh, Roman Dunze, like I said, like who knows? Who
Mhm.
knows? Could he be better than Jahan Johnson?
I would say yes.
Highly likely, highly likely. But I hold AJ Brown and Devontae Smith to a higher regard than DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. Slightly, but yeah, slightly.
I can't say I do that, man. I wouldn't do that, man.
You wouldn't, eh?
I wouldn't like, don't get me wrong. Devontae Smith, like he's proven what he can do, like
Yeah.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Mm-hmm.
But and it's not no contradiction, but a little thin, like you know what I'm saying? Like no, no, like pause, but like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he
yeah,
gets
yeah.
flicks, he may not get up right away. You know what I'm saying? Like Keenan Allen,
Mm-hmm.
outrunner, technician, DJ
Yeah.
Moore, his goal routes are unstoppable. And he's
Mm-hmm.
doing that last year. He had his best season last year with Justin Field, a guy that is
Yeah.
not as proven as a passer as Caleb Williams.
You're not
I
wrong.
think there's so much good receivers, man. That's why like we could talk about our fantasy. That's why it's okay if you go running back, quarterback, or
Yeah.
running back,
Receivers
or
are there's gonna be receivers on the waiver that might cook in week one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. But this is the NFC edition. Jayo Stole Sports. We're gonna hit y'all with the AFC edition just now. You already know. Y'all need to like, subscribe,
Come on, man.
tell a
Season two, we
friend.
back, baby. Come
Oh
on.
yeah. Oh
Let's
yeah. Let's
go.
work. Let's work.
Yes, sir. Try to get these out weekly, get the knowledge out to you guys so you know what to do week to week.